onto bridge now. If you still don't believe me, look either side of you. It is quite literally written into the stone. The previous version of this bridge was Victorian London Bridge. It actually began to sink into the Thames, so we sold it to an American businessman by the name of Robert P. McCulloch. He then had his ships bridge by foot to his golf course in Lake Havasu, Arizona, whose Thames still to today. It's actually Arizona's second most popular tourist destination. Next up, Cannon Street Bridge. It's a bridge. It was built very expensively and took quite a while to complete because they had no women working on it. The most interesting thing about this bridge is the stall you'll find under it on your right hand side there. If you see anyone in there, just feel free to try and give them away. I will confess that we have seen some very strange things going on in there. Next up we have Sutton Bridge. It has the nickname of the Lonely Bridge, as it has the most footfall of any bridge here in London. Also the only gaslit bridge in London, and by that I don't mean that we've convinced us it's not a bridge. I just mean those managers on top are lit by gas every night. It leads you directly into the centre of the city of London, which only represents a square mile. The rest of London is made of station tunnels and known as Greater London. This means that the old Parliament building is not in the city of London, as it is instead in the city of Westminster. Next up, Millennium Bridge. This is the bridge that won the competition the London Eye came second in. You may recognise it from Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, where it was attacked and then destroyed. You may recognise it from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, where it was attacked and then destroyed. And you may recognise it from London Has Fallen, where you are never going to guess what happened to this bridge. Yes, it was attacked and then destroyed. Now when this bridge first opened in June 2000, the 160,000 people that crossed it experienced sound wobble so severe that many reported feelings of motion sickness and vertigo. As such, they closed the bridge after just 3 days. They then reopened it 3 years later after the intervention of NASA engineers who installed 81 earthquake dampers along the bridge. Millennium Bridge was supposed to have the nickname of the blade of light across the city. Here in London, it's called the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. Rain crashed into Wyndham Cap when its architect Norman Foster went on live television to say it was not his bridge designed across the wobble, no fault of his own. It was the way that Londoners walk. Apparently they march everywhere, and this is what caused the bridge to sway. Back to our Blackfriars Bridge is the one in front of you is the Railroad Bridge. It holds the only train station in the world to span the entire length of the bridge across the river. The roof is made of solar panels, so on a nice sunny day here in London, Blackfriars train station is completely solar powered. As on the other 364 days of the year, it's just not. Mission Impossible fans, you may recognise it as Tom Cruise did run across that bridge in one of the more recent films. Tube station. Is this a second London Eye? No. This is London's brand new and improved sewage system. Yay! It has the nickname of the Super Cooper. I have not made that up. That is what they're calling it. It's being built in order to replace the previous Victorian sewage system, which was installed as it was known as the State Sink. So back in the 1800s, raw sewage used to just flow through the David Dams. And on a particular summer's day, this all began to heat up and ferment. This caused an increase in cholera across the city, and emitted a smell so bad that over 60% of Londoners moved out. So at this time, they decided enough was enough, it was time for a change. They installed this new system which powers the Thames, increasing the speed of the river and flushing it out completely. And it is for this reason that today the Thames is actually one of the world's cleanest metropolitan rivers. It's home to over 120 species of aquatic life, from fish to eels, seals, seahorses, jellyfish, starfish, birds. We have thousands of whales and dolphins here, and we do even have sharks in the Thames. We have the choke shark, which appears to be 6 feet in length, and they recently discovered Squirtle was known to be venomous. I thought I saw a field bite bite myself the other day. Turns out it was a baby, so those ones aren't too sure that counts. When it comes is a tidal river, we get high on low tide. If you look to your right there, you'll see some green lion heads. We use these to let us know just how high our tide is getting. We have a saying that goes, if the lion's heads are drinking, then London is sinking. If it's up to the main, London's on the drain. And if the lion's heads are dropped, then London is rugged. Rugged. Don't try to connect here. Next upon your right is Somerset House. Nowadays an art gallery home to artists such as Monet, Picasso and Van Gogh. Originally it was a registry office where all the births, marriages and deaths were registered here in London. This earned the nickname of the Hatcham, the Matcham and the Dispatcham office. On the other side of Waterloo Bridge on your right there you'll see a green tile building with a flag on top. This is the Savoy Hotel. Many famous people have stayed here all the way from Taylor Swift to Marilyn Monroe. You could actually stay here yourself for just £3,000 a night. Oh, there's a 3-night minimum stay. Or if that's a bit below budget, the Royal Suite is only £18,000 a night. For this amount you get your butler, chauffeur, and the possibly full-time access to a therapist. Next up on your right, our street over this there is Cleopatra's Needle. This is one of the oldest things in London, being older than the city itself at over 3,000 years old. It was actually gifted to us after the Battle of the Nile, and was conducted as gifted. Probably the only piece of Egyptology here not to have been stolen. Many people do reckon it was cursed though, as this journey had led to the death of 6 sailors, and the Sphinx is either side of the wrong way round. So rather than protecting the needle from us, they are protecting us from the needle. I don't know if anyone heard about the mummy they discovered last week. Known for the sarcophagus that was covered in nuts and chocolate. I've heard they're calling him Pharaoh Rothschild. With that said, you'll be pleased to know we are now headed up to our last few bridges. Anyways, luckily your systems do get them out here. This does now mean the toilets on board are closed and will not be reopening. If you do need to have some in our chicken up and next to the eye, we once again the toilets are closed and they will not be reopening. And on the bridges, good job guys, you guys can always look at the bridges to find a good thing. On your right now, you'll see the one of the flags on top of it. This is our Ministry of Defence. It has the nickname of the iceberg, and the you see on top is just the tip. It extends many levels below ground, and in the event of nuclear war, this is where our highly elected governing officials and monarchies go, as they do have nuclear bombs down there to save their lives. No, we do not get an invite where you are. Now, when the eye was being built, the ministry actually didn't support, as they had concerns that spies who stand at the very top posts there and look through the windows using binoculars and telescopes to learn all of their secrets. This genuinely went to court, and the case lasted for about 5 minutes. As the judge said, you are quite literally the Ministry of Defence, just buy some curtains. So they did, and the case was thrown out. Case was closed. Back to our wonderful eyes, 2 different things you can do. We have our champagne pod where you get to do champagne tasting. Our most popular seems to be our Cupid's pod. Now since the eye opened, we reckon we've seen around 8,000 marriage proposals, about 300 marriage rejections. If you are thinking of asking the question, please make sure you know the answer. I'll remind you that it takes 30 minutes to complete a full rotation, moving at 0.6 miles per hour, and that's a very slow and awkward 15 minutes down. And there's nothing worse for us